In this episode, I wanted to talk about black magic and white magic. And while that seems esoteric and crazy, I'm going to simplify this in a way that if you've read the book, The Four Agreements, you'll probably understand it at a deeper level. And if you have not, I would recommend going to read the book, The Four Agreements. Michelle and I started rereading it, or she's reading it for the first time, and I'm rereading it again. Sorry, I do these solo episodes in the morning usually. So if you notice that my voice sounds like it is brought to you by Josh Brolin's grunt, that might be why. I've only had water and coffee, and I haven't articulated my words clearly enough yet. Anyway, so the other night, Charlie and I were laying in bed before we would go to bed and everything, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to read with me?" And she was like, "Okay." So I was like, "All right, cool. Do you want to read the Four Agreements?" "Sure." And we were reading through the first agreement. So now, if you ask Charlie what is the first agreement, she will say, "Be impeccable with your words." The first agreement is be impeccable with your words. So this week, Charlie and I have been working on being impeccable with our words. And we talk about it in a way that, I usually tell her, look, be careful. If you use your black magic and you cast a bad spell, then it's probably not going to go out very well for you or I or mommy. And if you use your white magic and you do a good spell, it's probably going to work out really nice for you. And when you talk about the word, meaning how powerful your words are and the intentions behind them, think about it in a way that you're speaking about magic, right? They don't call it spelling for no reason. These words that we use every day may seem simple and simplistic in a way that it's just me telling someone, "Oh, I don't really like your shirt today." But that's black magic. You're putting something into their ether, into their belief system. They may take that, your opinion, which may seem simple, your opinion becomes the thing that may hold them back from doing things. And you think about this as a kid growing up, you hear simple things like, "Well, you're not very tall, are you?" And you believe that. Whether you're tall or not, it may shorten your confidence, because now you believe you're shorter than everyone else. And while it doesn't necessarily matter how tall or short you are, unless you're going to the NBA, in which case that might play a big role, the belief of you now accepting, right, making the agreement that, yes, I'm short, and looking at that in a negative way, especially if the intention behind it when someone said, "Hey, you're short, aren't you?" and you took it negatively, well, that sticks with you, right? You make decisions based on that. As simple as someone saying, "Okay, you're not very smart, are you?" If you agree, you take that on, you hear that black magic, and that agreement gets stuck into your consciousness. Well, then when you start to take tests, when you go to school, you fall back on that. You say, "It's okay, I'm not that smart anyway." But if you then start taking the agreements you've made and being impeccable with your words and using the white magic on yourself, that's what self-love is. At the same time, you can stand in the mirror. I am beautiful. I am tall. I am strong. I am intelligent. I'm a really hard worker. That's the magic that can fill your beliefs. That's the magic that you can remove some of those negative beliefs you accepted over the years. And the book talks a lot about gossip being literally one of the biggest detriments to society, because we use those little bitty things to dig into someone's consciousness or the mass of our own collective consciousness. It only takes a lie being told over and over to become a truth that most believe. When most believe it, most will fight for that lie, even though it's not real. In their mind, in their belief system, it is. So everyone else must be lying when they say the opposite, even if the opposite is actually the truth. In the Four Agreements, when they discuss one of the ways that the little thing can become a big thing, and they mention someone going to college, and right before the class, one of the other students says, "Oh, you're going to Mr. Blah Blah Blah's class. Yeah, he's kind of an a-hole, and he's..." And I'm paraphrasing, of course, but yeah, he's an a-hole. Everybody thinks he's a pedophile. That simple thing that got stuck in your belief system because you heard that gossip, that black magic. You're going to go to class, and when you get something tough, if you don't do well in the class, if you get a grade that you're not a fan of, you're falling back on the thing that one person started for you. Oh, well, it's probably because, he's an a-hole and he's probably a pedophile anyway, so it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm probably just going to drop this class. And you adjust your future based on that one thing. But we don't know the intention behind the origin of what they said. Maybe they already took his class and he was kind of tough on them, but he wasn't an a-hole, nor was he a pedophile. Maybe the other person just wasn't that good at whatever the subject was. Maybe she came on to him and he turned her down, or he came on to her and she turned him down. Whichever version you want to have, just saying it, it doesn't matter whether it was male or female, but the story was implemented. And if you accepted that agreement, then it's something that you went forward and adjusted your full life around because of that black magic. And it might have harmed you in your grades, in what you decided to do with your life. And so my challenge to you is to be aware of your gossip. If you can catch the words before they come out of your mouth, if you can catch the thought as they're entering into your brain, be aware. Are you about to cast black magic or white magic? Are you giving love to someone? Because your white magic is just as powerful. And this, by the way, white magic and black magic is just how they refer to it in the book. There's no connotation towards the color of the magic. But I want you to be aware of it. You can call it light magic and dark magic. You can call it A magic and B magic. I don't really care about the term you use, but be aware of the negative and positive effect you have on yourself and others with that gossip, with the words that you have. Be impeccable with your words. So I wanted to pull this one piece up in the book because I thought it was very interesting. Why your word? Your word is the power that you have to create. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. The Gospel of John in the Bible, speaking of the creation of the universe, says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God." Through the Word you express your creative power. It is through the Word that you manifest everything. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent manifests through the Word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will all be manifested through the Word. And something I thought was really interesting, the root word, or the Latin root of, because it's being impeccable with your word. Impeccability means without sin. Impeccable comes from the Latin peccatus, which means sin. The M in impeccable means without. So impeccable means without sin. And obviously religions talk about sin and sinners, but it's not the religious connotation that I'm going for as much as the understanding of what you're doing with the words. And I like that they references as the Word is God and God is the Word, because that is where our creation stems from. If we can be aware of the power that we own and we have within our intentions and the words that we use, we don't throw them around so easily. I would rather someone be not so talkative, but only have wonderful things to say with and or about someone else or themselves, because that levels myself up as well. It puts me on a higher vibration. I don't tend to hang around people that sit around and talk about others very often because, one, it's not doing anything for me. Two, I don't really care. Not in a mean way, but I don't really care what other people's opinions are of other people. Small people talk about other people. Big people talk about big things, and we try to lift each other up. We try to bring you to the next level. We try to push you in a healthy way so that you can accomplish the things you may want to accomplish. I only want to speak those truths into someone. From the coaching side, when I was consistently coaching actors, which I still coach on and off, but when I was, had the studio and was constantly coaching, there was this thought idea that, coaches would want to come and break the actor, meaning, take away some of the stuff they have going on. Now, while I may have to change the things you've learned and adjust things, I never want to break someone. I never want to take away the confidence, because this career and this job has a lot of need for that confidence. And to me, life has a huge need for confidence. And I always want to instill or cast the white magic upon you and tell you, wow, you're really powerful. And I would always tell people when they took a scene study class with me, look, I may not tell everyone the same things, and I'm going to handle everyone a little bit differently. So if you guys see someone do a scene, and you may not think it was that great, but I say, wow, that was really good. That was I see the effort that you put into that. It's really nice work. Keep it up. Work harder next time. Keep it up. That's not me saying that the scene was tops and talking about the level of their acting. But that person might have needed to hear that right now to elevate to the next. Because if I would have said, wow, didn't look like you really put any effort into that one. Did you even study? And they did. And they put all the work into it. But that's just where they were. Then they may not work that hard next time. Because if you believe that you put your all and your all was nothing, you may not put your all again. But if you put your all into it and someone noticed it and someone said, wow, good work, keep it up, it's a pat on the back. It's a push in the right direction. People will either hold on to your feet when you're climbing a ladder, or they will climb a ladder next to you, or they will climb underneath you just in case you fall. They'll help you keep going. I don't try to hang around people that want to hold on to my legs. I am more than happy to provide another ladder. I'm more than happy for you to climb the ladder right with me. I'm more than happy to leave notes on how the ladder works. But I don't need someone pulling me down. This life can be tough for everyone, no matter what walk you decide to take. I'm usually one that will find the path has been maybe walked once or twice, but I want to, find other ways and go around it. I might decide that view's cute over there, so I'm going to go that way and, take another path around. But I think that depends on the person. Some people like to forge their own way the whole way. Some people like to know that it's going to be a tough route and they want to fight through it. I tend to trust the flow, go with what the forest provides, go with the route other people have taken, and then if I can find another way that looks fun or more interesting, I'm going to take that along the way as well. Anyway, so today I really wanted that. I really want you guys to focus in on that first agreement. Be impeccable with your words. Don't say harmful things to yourself. Don't tell yourself you're fat and you're ugly. Don't tell yourself you're dumb or you're stupid. Don't tell yourself you're not very good at this. Give yourself supporting credit. Give yourself white magic, right? Give yourself the light magic and spread that with your friends as well. Find ways to lift them up. Find ways to tell them how amazing they are. Don't hesitate to tell someone that you love them. that they're beautiful, that they're amazing. And just a reminder, you guys know that I've said this when I started the podcast, I'm not perfect. I don't get this stuff right all the time. I am always trying to learn and be more aware and more conscious of my voice, my own personal magic. Even this week, I felt myself stewing in my mind about something and realized that, okay, maybe that was a little black magic. Maybe it was a joke, but it doesn't matter. That joke might have held just enough magic to harm someone else. So I have some apologies to do this week, and that's okay. That's how we learn. And own up to those things. Talk to yourself about it. Support yourself for it. And then if you owe someone an apology, do it. It's okay. Like I said, none of us have this all figured out. And if someone does tell you they have it all figured out, there's probably something wrong there, because if they've got it all figured out, then they probably are committing to something that they don't truly understand, but partially. I think I have a very deep understanding of a lot of things, only because I'm very nosy and I love understanding the world and what goes on in it and how we can affect ourselves with it and what's going to affect us in a positive or negative way so that we can rise up. So yeah, it's okay. We don't know everything. Give yourself the leeway. Be kind to yourself. Cast wonderful white spells and light magic so that you can support yourself and others. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.
One more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old.
My overall goal is to help people find tools and processes that can increase your health and wellness, all while building the life you desire. You all know how important ingredients are to me, and that's why I want to share Organifi with you. I use a lot of their tools, and here's why. All of their products are USDA organic, certified gluten-free, glyphosate residue-free, non-GMO verified, and supported by Vitamin Angels. Everything is sourced from ethical farms and delivered in sustainable packaging. You can go to OrganifiShop.com and use code WEST20 for a whopping 20% off.